Hello, Jeff.
Hey, Bob, how are you?
Good. Well, thanks for giving me some of your time. Just wanted to talk with you a little bit about 1031 exchange and then interest deductibility.
I'm particularly interested in the 1031 exchange. For example, we had an asset that we sold last April. The ownership group had been in existence for over 40 years. Didn't want to make the reinvestment in the property that it really needed. We were very fortunate to sell it to a group who was using tax credits. If the 1031 exchange was not in place, our ownership group never could have sold it because after you paid off the debt, the owners were to own more tax than they would have received in equity.
Why don't you talk a little bit about mortgage interest deductibility?
Mortgage interest deductibility is one of the really unintended consequences. If they were to eliminate that, it is a true cash outflow. So if interest rates were to change over time during the hold period of an asset, that is a real cash outflow that could negatively impact our investment performance. If you have that risk, that's dissuading future investment. And I think that's the wrong signal to send by eliminating that deduction.
That makes sense. I mean, our message is we support tax reform. We just don't want it to damage the rental housing industry and reinvest in the capital to improve and create new housing stock.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in March.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks. Hello, Mary. How are you doing today?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good. One of the things I wanted to call and talk with you about is the National Flood Insurance Reauthorization. As you know, it's set to expire in September of this year, and I'd like to learn a little bit about your story.
My story is we manage a property in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and last fall when Hurricane Matthew hit, we experienced over $70,000 of flooding and damages from the hurricane, and our general property liability insurance did not cover those damages, so it was all out-of-pocket costs. We researched the flood insurance and found that we're in a preferred zone. Over 20% of the claims that FEMA had reported were in that preferred rating zone. So surely, had we known that, we would have purchased that flood insurance through the NFIP.
From the standpoint of the message you'd like us to give Congress, what is your focus on the issue of flood insurance?
I would like to see them provide an ongoing long-term reauthorization of the National Flood Insurance Program. It is critical to providing affordable apartments as well as to helping that small owner to stay in business.
I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you at the Capitol Conference in March.
Thank you. See you there.
Okay, so long. Hey, Rocky, how are you doing today?
Good, Bob. How are you?
I'm doing good. I really wanted to talk with you about your experience with drive-by lawsuits that are results of the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Sure. We had a new construction development on a very hilly site, so there's no question there were a lot of opportunities for ADA concerns. The letter didn't give us any specific details of what we supposedly violated within the ADA Act, and that was our concern.
Okay, and then what did you end up doing as a result of this?
Well, for a lot of reasons, we ended up settling.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what would be your message you'd like us to convey to Congress with regards to this issue?
We support the Americans with Disabilities Act. There's no real question about that. We just want a right to cure provision. If there is a problem, we'd rather fix our way out of it than buy our way out of it.
That makes sense. Well, thank you very much, Rocky.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Bob.
Okay, thanks a lot. So long.